when nobody's buying stuff, when nobody's selling stuff, you can't have a successful economy. The stock market's crashing, people are out of work, people are losing jobs like crazy. The economy is going to take a dip, right? And that dip is bringing on, that recession that everybody was worried about, right? Me and a lot of my colleagues had kind of predicted a recession coming in like 2021. All right, friends, we're doing it. We're talking about it. Coronavirus. I know everybody's starting to get sick of it, but we got to talk about it right now because make no mistake, it is going to have a massive impact on our coaching industry, where we're going, the way that we communicate with our potential clients, the type of clients we can even have moving forward. So I had to, wanted to go live about this. Been getting a lot of questions from our clients as well, just trying to understand the pivots that they need to make. So today I wanted to dig into the 4 ways coronavirus has already changed the coaching industry, will continue to change the coaching industry, and 3 pivots that every coach needs to be aware of to make ASAP, right? It was so funny because a couple of weeks ago, I was asking a lot of our clients, and I was asking a lot of, polling in our email list and in our Facebook group. And I asked, I asked everybody what their thoughts were on how coronavirus was actually going to affect the coaching industry. And you'd be surprised how many people responded back with something like, it's not going to change the coaching industry in any way. It's not going to affect our business. It's not going to do anything like that. Now, let me be very, very clear here. As with any industry, the coaching industry is susceptible to societal and economic changes, waves from issues going on around the world. Do you think that the coaching industry is just in its own little bubble and it will not be affected by society and culture as a whole? Absolutely not, right? And thanks to COVID-19, COVID-19, make no mistake that there is a big wave coming right now. All right. Now, the question is, will you ride it to your dream career and helping a lot of people live their more fulfilled, best lives? Or will you get crushed in the whitewash? All right. Because the wave is coming. We've already started to see it, but this is going to be a while out. All right. Now, if you're pretending that coronavirus will not affect you and your business, or you were pretending in the past, I'm sure you've seen recently that it is absolutely affecting a lot of people's businesses right now, and it will continue to affect people's businesses for years, right? Make no mistake. If you think that this like whole thing is going to be over in like a couple of weeks, like think again, right? The CDC and World Health Organization have estimated that this is going to impact the way our society and our economy functions for probably somewhere between a year to 2 years. That's 12 to 24 months, right? So if you're pretending that this is not going to affect your business, you are in for a very rude awakening in the upcoming months. But if you are aware of the trends, how to position, how to adapt, how to focus your market and messaging, you might actually be experiencing one of the best times in history that we have ever had to be in the coaching space, okay? And I'm not kidding you when I say this. One of the best times in history to be a coach. And I want you to understand that, all right? I want you to realize, take that in for a second. Like if you realize that this could be one of the best times in history to be a coach, like go ahead and like realize that. Like this post, comment below if you realize that the upcoming months may be one of the best times in history to be a coach. Like this post, comment below, hell yeah, if you're ready for that. But the thing that I want you to realize, right, as with any big change in our society, we can never know for certain what awaits next. But after the last, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks of conversations with some of my colleagues and top experts in, in the entrepreneurial space and the coaching industry, I've kind of really distilled this down into 4 trends that we're seeing right now. And how you can position yourself better to ride this wave, all right? So I wanted to share those with you today to make sure that all of you guys are making the changes that are necessary for you moving forward, all right? So, the shift number 1, change number 1, and it seems pretty obvious, right? But more people are online. So what does that actually mean, right? More people are online. It was interesting. Like even like I don't know if you guys noticed, but things like Netflix were starting to get bogged down. Zoom is starting to get bogged down because more people are online than ever. Facebook and Instagram are starting to get bogged down. More people are online than ever. So what does that mean? Number one, more people consuming content than ever before. It's easier to connect with your audience now than ever before. But that being said, there's more people posting online as well. There's more time posting online. So the big thing that I want you to realize around this is if there's more people online, but there's also more posting online, right? There's never been a better time to become an expert in putting out content, right? Because if you're not good at putting out content, you're going to get ignored. You're going to get drowned in the monotony of everything else that's being posted. So you've got to be great at putting out content. You better get good at putting out content immediately, right? So shift number one is there's more people online than ever before. Now, obviously with things shut down right now, that's, this is going to be a trend for the next few weeks, maybe even the next month, maybe even 2-3 months. I don't know. We don't know exactly how long that's going to go. But the truth is there will be more people online right now than ever before. All right. Number two, the emotional swing. I want everybody to realize, did anybody notice like the emotional and energetic shift that happened like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right? We're in the height of the emotional swing of things, right? But something that I want everybody to be aware of is emotions settle. And then we get new societal norms, right? So right now, the thing that I want you to realize is like, we're in the height of the emotional, like craze of it, the panic, the pandemic, the hysteria, right? But as humans, we can't live at that adrenaline level for an extended period of time. So eventually that emotional swing settles and we develop a new norm, a new societal norm. And we're already seeing this new societal norm in places like Taiwan and South Korea, where they're already coming down from the emotional swing and they're establishing a new societal norm from everything. Right now, the truth is uncertainty is never good for business, right? So we've seen a lot of people facing clients that might want to cancel early, clients that might not be able to pay because of shifts in society. A big one that we've seen is like the physical, the fitness space, right? Like gyms being closed. And if you're not transitioning into the new norm of online, you're gonna need help real quick. If you've got an in-person store and you're not transitioning to online quick, you got to make that transition real quick. Because if you think they're just going to let gyms open up again in 2 weeks, you're in for a very, very rude awakening, right? Because this is going to last a lot longer than most people think. But we're in the height of the emotional swing, right? So the big shift that I want everybody to understand here is if you don't swing to online fast, you're going to get drowned out. Fitness, in person, everything like that, right? But then there's going to be a new societal norm that comes on the back end of this. So you don't necessarily just want to position yourself for right now during the emotional swing, because maybe the emotional swing only lasts a month, right? You want to position yourself for the new societal norm after the economy starts to settle, all right? Not the economy, the emotional settle. All right. That's how you want to be positioning yourself, because that's going to be what succeeds 9 months from now, 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 24 months from now. That's how you want to be positioning. You need to be positioning yourself to take market share for 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and moving forward. All right. And the truth is, the people that can survive the emotional swing best and position themselves best for moving forward are going to be the ones that are most successful. We've had some of our clients right now have their best months ever this month, and they're going to have even better months next month because they're properly positioning. And I'll get into that and some of the pivots in just a second. But that's number two, the emotional swing that's going on right now. Number three, the economy will take a dip. But what happens when the economy takes a dip, right? I think we're all fully aware that the economy is taking a dip right now, right? It's very obvious, right? When people can't work, when nobody's buying stuff, when nobody's selling stuff, you can't have a successful economy. The stock market's crashing, people are out of work, people are losing jobs like crazy. The economy is going to take a dip, right? And that dip is bringing on, that recession that everybody was worried about, right? Me and a lot of my colleagues had kind of predicted a recession coming in like 2021, right? But this really it spurred it faster, right? It brought up the timeline so that it's happening now. And a lot of people were not ready for that, right? But the truth is, as the economy dips, what happens? What does this mean for entrepreneurship? Like I mentioned, uncertainty is never good in business, right? But what I want you to realize is right now, especially in the coaching space, right? As people are home, as people are reflecting on their own mortality, right? Think about that. Like how many of you have you thought about your own mortality, or maybe the mortality of your loved ones, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, your family? Have you thought about the mortality of your loved ones? Because as you do that, a lot of self-reflection creates an increase in change desired, right? People want change. As the emotions start to settle, people will want change. On the other side of this emotional swing, the coaching industry is going to see a boost because there will be more people out there that want to change. I want you to think about like where, like our clients in health and career and business opportunity spaces are already seeing big swings. Why? Because obviously health wise, like people are like, oh my God, I need to get healthy. Career wise, people are at home thinking, wow, I was really not having fun at work and I'm not fulfilled and I'm really enjoying this thing working from home. I wish I could find a more fulfilling career. And business opportunity, right? People are losing jobs. And when people lose jobs, entrepreneurship rises. Entrepreneurship rises. Our clients in health, career, and business opportunity spaces are already seeing big swings and increases in sales. And it's just going to get bigger in the upcoming months. But I need you to understand that brings us to the fourth change, swing number 4, is because of that, there's also going to be more competition. Right? As coaches, there's going to be a lot of people leaving careers and starting coaching businesses. There's going to be things that weren't online before that are now coming online, right? And they're going to be competition for coaches. Things like therapists doing online therapy, in-person fitness moving largely online, even big box gyms. I just worked with, I was just chatting with the SVP and CEO of Fit Body Bootcamp, right? And they're moving their entire like client base, tens of thousands of clients online overnight, like that, right? So the in-person fitness industry is moving largely online almost immediately, almost overnight. So there's going to be more competition in the online coaching space than there ever was before. And these are the 4 shifts that I need everybody to understand so that we can start making the shifts that allow you to be successful, not just right now in a time of uncertainty and a time of confusion for everybody, but moving forward into the months as the new norm starts to settle in, all right? So the 3 pivots that I need everybody to realize are going to be necessary for you to survive. Number 1, you need to pivot your delivery, right? You have to pivot your delivery immediately. Like literally, if you're not pure online yet, you need to go pure online. You need to find ways to get pure online ASAP, because the truth is right now, people don't want to be there in person. And this isn't just going to be a 2-week thing. This is going to affect the industry as a whole moving forward. But going online is more than just videos. You can't just like set up a little Zoom like this and then just like be like, hey, I'm going to do my little workout over here and you do it over there. Or, just doing like a little Zoom conference with your clients to make it all work, right? Your delivery has to be transformational. It has to be a transformational experience because there's going to be more online competition than ever before. So from a delivery standpoint, you have to move to pure online, but you also have to deliver transformational experiences online. It can't just be information. You can't just record some box videos and give them to people. That's not going to be worth high value. That's not going to get the transformation that people need. Number 1, we've got to shift our delivery ASAP. Number 2, we have to shift our marketing, right? Our marketing and our messaging. You can't market and message the same way, right? One of my favorite quotes for, when it comes to having really solid marketing is you have to enter the conversation in people's minds. Now, most coaches have a hard enough time doing this already because most coaches speak their mind rather than entering into the conversation of their clients' minds, right? So most coaches have a hard enough time doing this already, but even more now, when our mentalities are shifting, our desires are shifting, right? We used to be over here thinking this, and literally overnight, now we're over here thinking this. It's so hard for you to keep in line with what people are thinking right now that this has to be one of the staples in your business. It's constantly keeping up on what your audience is thinking, because right now, it's literally shifting week by week. What was in people's minds last week is different than what's in people's minds this week, right? Think about last week. What percent of your head was spent, what percent of your thoughts were spent thinking of coronavirus, right? What about the week before that? What were they thinking about? What are they this week? right? They're literally shifting every single week. Maybe 2 weeks ago, it was like, oh, this stupid coronavirus. Like, is this still a thing? And then last week, it was like, oh my God, this is really affecting me. I need to go buy toilet paper, right? And then this week, maybe it's like, okay, like I get it. I stopped freaking out. What are we going to do now? What are we moving forward? I don't want to listen to coronavirus anymore, right? So you're literally, people's heads are shifting. Their thoughts are shifting on a weekly basis. And we need to be up to speed on that. Number two, you have to be marketing in a way that is entering the conversation in people's minds. We have to pivot our marketing. And number three, we've got to pivot our sales processes. We have to pivot our sales processes. The truth is, we're seeing a real divergence right now. We're seeing an absolute divergence. There are people that are freaking out and living in scarcity and going to hide under a rock. And there are people that are realizing there's a massive opportunity here and they want to take action and move forward, right? I think a lot of people right now think that people don't have money, but the truth is people are still spending money right now. They're spending more money because they're more ready for change. They're done with the old them. So many people are up until this point, I should say, so many people have just been comfortable in the hell that they're living in. So many people have just been comfortable in the hell that they're living in, that this has actually shaken them up and helped them realize that they need to change. They cannot be comfortable in the hell that they're living in anymore. They have to change. They have to make something happen. And it's going to be those people that pull us out of this over the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months, right? But what I want you to realize from a sales process, we're seeing right now that people only buy from people that they know, love, and trust. This is like rule number one about sales, right? People only buy from people that they know, love, and trust, right? But right now, people are really skeptical. And frankly, they're scared, right? Your potential clients are skeptical and scared, and there's crazy changes going on in life, right? So they're really, really hesitant. So you need to become the person that they can know, love, and trust. You need to show them the value. You need to bring them into your world and carry them, support them, bring them love, bring them everything that they need to make it through this time. Bring tons of value. You need to realize right now that you need to be the leader that your audience is looking for, because if you cannot become that leader, they will not follow you. And maybe when they are ready to purchase products in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, whatever it is, you did not build that relationship with them. There's going to be a real divergence right now. There's going to be there's going to be the scarcity people that fall into fear, and there's going to be the people that lead us out of this thing into the next world, into the new economy, right? And you need to ask yourself, which of those are you going to be? Because right now, those 3 shifts are absolutely paramount for you succeeding in your coaching business. You need to shift your delivery to pure online. You need to shift your marketing to entering the conversation that is in people's minds. And you need to shift your sales to becoming a person of trust and value, all right? Because the truth is, frankly, with change, there is always hardship and opportunity. As a coach, as an entrepreneur, you guys need to realize that right now, you need to be a leader first, a business owner second, and a coach third, right? You need to be a leader first, a business owner second, and a coach third. You need to be adaptable. You need to keep your head on right. You need to find good mentorship, and you need to get into action if you want to survive this, and not just survive this, but thrive and scale to get to the people that need you. You need to double down on building your community and being a leader to your audience, because frankly, right now, they need a leader more than anyone. Right? They need you now more than ever. You need to bring value in times of hardship, and people will want to work with you in times of plenty. All right? If you bring value to people in times of hardship, they will want to work with you in times of plenty. I want you to realize right now that there is a lot of opportunity for growth in the coaching industry. And over the course of the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months, we're going to see a lot of new blue oceans opening up every single day. If you're not familiar with the term blue ocean, look it up. We're going to see a lot of new blue oceans opening every single day. But also, there's going to be a lot of new competition joining us soon. So you will want to double down and get your business a strong foothold now before we see more competition from the traditional business space, all right? You need to double down so that right now we can establish our stuff and we can take off as coaches into the new economy. All right, if this video has been helpful, go ahead and comment below the one key takeaway that you had. Comment below the one key takeaway that you had. And if you have any other specific questions around how coronavirus has changed the coaching industry and the pivots that you need to make, comment them below as well. I'll make sure to get them answered. But comment below the one key takeaway that you had so we can share as each other, because the truth is we are stronger together. All right. We are stronger together. We will grow together. We will survive this change and this uncertainty. And we are going to scale and change this world. All right. I want you to comment below the biggest takeaway that you had from this, as well as any questions that you might have, so we can get them answered, because again, we are stronger together and we will make some amazing shit happen. Remember, you didn't sign up for easy, you signed up for impact.